So welcome everyone to the Frontiers Q&A sessions. We have selected a bunch of your questions which you posed through Facebook and YouTube.
For this special event, we have organized a special design t-shirt that will be sold on our official website, our European shop and US shop. The design is made by Stan Decker, he's a great artist, and it will be sold in bundle together with CDs, or you can purchase it alone if you wish. And it will be a limited edition that will be sold only in December till the first days of the new year.
You forgot to mention what is the release number 1000.
Yeah, it's Edge of Forever. That is the band of Alessandro Del Vecchio together with the guys, the bandmates guys, Aldo Lonobile, Nick
Marco
Mazzucconi,
Di Salvia and Nick Mazzucconi.
Yes. We will not reprint for the moment new releases, but we will surely do some special sales on the website. So check
Special
out.
offers.
Yeah, special offers. Check the site, check
Those shops.
the shops, and check the Facebook and all the socials to be updated.
There's one thing that I wanted to mention. We're going to have a digital-only release of the first 3 Bob Cadley albums, which have been out of print for a long time, and that are also not available on digital at the moment. It was never a hobby, really. It's something that we took very seriously from the beginning. In other words, when Serafino asked me to work for Frontiers in 1998, he started the business as a distributor in Italy of a few melodic rock labels. I mean, certainly we've seen the business and the whole thing grow under our eyes. Probably we were never expecting something like this, but I would say that we have always put our heart and soul from the very beginning into the label, and we really wanted this to be our day job and what we really wanted to do from day one, literally.
In reality, we have not a specific criteria. We just release what we really like, and we think it's good to be spread worldwide.
There are different elements. There are bands that we really want to sign, so we talk to a lot of artists and bands that we hope to bring back on the market. We also scout new bands, or we get solicited to sign new bands, and there are bands that we like. we simply want to give a chance to serve to guys that we think have the talent to go out and release their music. We need good music, that's for sure. We really need good music.
That's the goal.
Certainly it's I would say difficult. It's certainly a little bit more complicated because right now there's the physical sales are really shrinking. I mean, a lot of people are moving from the physical to the digital world. So certainly we are trying to help this transition and helping the fans to discover new bands through platforms like Spotify or YouTube or Deezer or even Amazon or Apple Music. Frontiers is known, I would say, for putting let's say projects or bands together, and I think that this is what in a way puts us in a different league, in a little bit apart from the others. We do something when we see that there is interest from the fans to have those sort of products.
And the funny thing is that our boss Serafino is the first one that work on this kind of things, because he's always creative. And the funny story is that he pushes us as well to have ideas to create new musical groups and projects, and with different tastes we have in the office, at the end it come out with something sometimes
there's a lot of brainstorming going on. That's for sure.
It's not easy to answer these questions, because in 10 years from now it's really, you know, difficult to understand what will happen, because the business and the streams are, you know, running year after year. But my personal idea is that CDs will still sell in the next 10 years, and LP will, you know, still sell as well. I can say that in the next 20 years, CDs maybe will be back as LPs are back now today.
There is a transition happening, and people are moving towards, you know, the new ways of enjoying music. I think that there will be, you know, at least for the next few years, I don't know if it's 10 years or 20 years, a number of fans that will still want to have, you know, a physical product, maybe a CD or an LP, depending on, you know, tastes mainly. We're trying to offer, you know, more options for the collectors, like, you know, the colored vinyl or the signed CDs.
Because physical should be intended more like a promo item than a,
more a product for collectors.
Platform
really.
where, yeah.
So again, this is what we see at the moment, and this is where I think the market is going for the next few years. The reason why we ask bands to deliver acoustic versions or remixes for the Japanese editions is that the Japanese edition is meant to be for the Japanese fans. So just for like a relatively small part of the fans that would be in theory interested in a purchase. So what we want to avoid is that you know, original tracks can only be heard by a small portion of fans. I have to say that in the past, when the Japanese labels were more powerful, they purposely took out of certain, you know, records some very strong songs, and this disappointed a lot of the Europeans or American fans. So, I mean, we have to keep the exclusivity of the bonus track for the Japanese fans for commercial reasons, for their actual needs. But on the same side, we want to be fair with all the other fans in the world, and still, it's there's still good interest for those acoustic versions, and sometimes we still, you know, allow, you know, here and there.
But we love the idea that everyone worldwide has the same, you know, main album, and yes, everyone can listen to.
That's the philosophy behind it. Yes. So I hope you enjoyed this little chat that we did with you. If you liked that, I mean, you can either, you know, send us more questions.
Write question under the video.
Yeah, maybe you can.
So
just,
we can contact them, and
yes,
we will, you know, select the, you know.
Yeah, we can.
Most, you know, interesting one.
We can keep, you know, our conversations going. So if you like it, we're here for you.
Bye.